Electrical heating is broadly classified into two. One is power frequency heating, another is high frequency heating. In power frequency heating, there are two types. One is direct resistance heating, another is indirect resistance heating. This class we discuss about power frequency method of heating. The heating methods employing normal supply, that is 50 Hz, are known as power frequency heating methods. The Nichrome, Eureka, Kanthal are commercial heating elements. There are plenty of commercial heating elements. These three elements are mainly used in many applications in electrical heating. In the first is Nichrome. Nichrome is 80% nickel plus 20% chromium. Its maximum working temperature is 1150 degrees centigrade and its specific resistance at 20 degrees centigrade is 109 micro-ohm per centimeter cube and specific gravity is 8.36. Next is Eureka. Eureka is commonly used in rheostats. 45% nickel plus 55% copper. Its maximum working temperature is 950 degrees centigrade. Specific resistance at 20 degrees centigrade is 49 micro-ohm per centimeter cube and its specific gravity is 8.88. The third is Kanthal, which is commonly used in furnaces. 70% iron plus 25% chromium plus 5% aluminium. Its maximum working temperature is 1200 degrees centigrade. Its specific resistance at 20 degrees centigrade is 140 micro-ohm per centimeter cube and its specific gravity is 7.2. What is meant by specific gravity? There are many factors that determine whether an object will sink or float in a water. And one of those factors is what we call the specific gravity, defined specific gravity. It is the ratio between the density of an object and a reference substance. Usually our reference substance is water. Direct resistance method. In this method, current is passed through the body to be heated. The resistance offered by the body to the flow of current produces I square or loss, results in heating the body. When current flows through a resistance, heat is produced. We know it. A resistance is known as filament or element carrying current. The heat produced in the filament is transferred to the substance to be heated. Two electrodes, this is two electrodes, 1 and 2, are immersed in the substance called charge, this is charge, and supply is given to the electrodes. When current flows through the charge, it is heated up. As there is no transfer of heat, the entire heat produced is utilized. The main advantages are uniform heating and efficient method. Applications are plate type water geyser and salt bath furnace. Indirect resistance heating. In this method, the current is passed through a high resistance wire known as filament or element. The heat produced due to I square or loss in the element is transmitted by radiation or convection to the body to be heated. In industries where a large amount of charge is to be heated, the filament is kept in a cylinder surrounded by a charge. The main advantages are this type of heating is suitable for both AC and DC. We can obtain uniform heating. It is possible for automatic temperature control. The main applications are electric iron, electric kettle, soldering iron, bread toaster, frying pan, hair dryer. Resistance oven. Up to a working temperature 300 degrees centigrade, a heating chamber is called an oven, and above this temperature is called a furnace. Resistance oven works on the principle of indirect heating. It can be operated both DC and AC single phase and three phase supply. Metal case is lined with the heating insulating materials like asbestos and refractory materials. Heating element is in the form of strip or circular wire mounted on top, bottom or sides of the oven. The charge is to be placed inside in the earth. Heat developed by heating element is then transmitted to the charge by convection and radiation. This is the figure of resistance oven. This is a metal frame. This is the bricks refractory material, asbestos or refractory material. This is the door. This is the hearth. And we are fixing a heating filament here. The main advantages are uniform heating, power factor is low, noiseless operation. The main applications are used for heat treatment of metals and used for pottery works, used for domestic cooking. Losses and efficiency of resistance oven. There are 4 losses. One is heat is wasted in rising the temperature of the oven itself, that is H1. Weight of oven into specific heat of its material into rise in temperature. Number 2, heat is wasted in rising the temperature of the container. H2 is equal to weight of the container into specific heat of its material into rise in temperature. Number 3, heat wasted through the walls of the oven, that is H3 is equal to K into A divided by T into T1 minus T2 in megajoules per hour. Where A surface area mean meter square, T is the thickness of the wall, T1 is the inside temperature, T2 is the outside temperature in degree centigrade, K is the thermal conductivity in megajoules per hour. Number 4, the loss of heat during the opening of the door. H4 is equal to opening of the door even 20 to 30 seconds results in loss of heat. The loss may be taken 0.57 to 1.10 megajoules per meter square of the door area, that is H4. Therefore, total loss is equal to H1 plus H2 plus H3 plus H4. If the heat required to rise the temperature of the charge to the required value is equal to H. Therefore, efficiency is equal to H divided by H plus H1 plus H2 plus H3 plus H4 or H divided by H plus losses into 100. Temperature control of resistance furnaces. 3 ways by which the temperature I square R into T or V square by R into T can be controlled. One is current or voltage, number 2 resistance, number 3 time. Voltage can be varied by using tapped transformers. By varying the tappings of the transformer, we can vary the voltage for supply to the oven. Number 2, using series resistance. Some of the voltage is dropped, so that some voltage is dropped across the series resistors. Number 3, temperature can be controlled by switching in various combination of group of resistors used in oven. In single phase supply, various series and parallel combination along with some resistance being in the circuit, other out of the circuit will give different temperatures. In 3-phase supply, different connection with the star delta arrangement will give different temperatures. Temperature can be controlled automatically using thermostat used in the circuit. Whenever temperature goes above or below a certain predetermined value, thermostat operates and switched out or switched in the oven. On-off switch can be used to control the temperature. The time for which the oven is connected to the supply and the time for which it remains isolated from the supply will determine the temperature. The ratio of time for which the switch is on divided by total time for on-off cycle is an indication of temperature. The higher the ratio, the larger will be the temperature of the oven. Protective devices such as overcurrent relays, MCBs and fuses are also provided in the furnace against damage and safety. With this I conclude my lecture. Thanks for listening.